Not just the how, but the why that's in question here. But don't you dare come at me with some, he's the one causing the rifts and the incursions because he went back to dance with Peggy. But I'm gonna need my Loki fans to tune in because you're really gonna like this one. To his core, Captain America's character is a man displaced from time. From the day that man went down in the ice, he was meant to go back, and you cannot convince me otherwise. To further stick to this, the whole TVA explanation of the time heist and how they were totally supposed to do that, I do believe that that extends to Steve Rogers going back and leaving himself there. But don't get it twisted, the time heist and Loki are going to have a big role to play in how Steve Rogers will be coming back to it. No, I don't just think that God Loki's gonna show up in his house and be like, yo, we need you out here, come on. Here's the thing about the TVA that I think a lot of people have failed to consider. All of the workers in it were taken from somewhere in the multiverse. This could be from any universe, this could also be from any time period. So the last time we saw Mobius was when he was watching his life letting time pass. So while Steve Rogers went back to 1949 to have his dance with Peggy, and then in the early 1960s, jet skis were first invented. What we can assume from that moment of Steve Rogers handing Sam Wilson the shield is that he lived a long, happy life with Peggy Carter and got to grow old. What if, after about 15, maybe even 20 happy years in this house together, Mobius happens to see Steve Rogers in a car and recognizes him because he would consciously know everything about the TVA and be like, that is Steve Rogers and you are supposed to be in the ice because Peggy Carter's house and Mobius's house actually end up being in the same neighborhood. We don't know what year it was when Mobius was taken. Look at the style of this house. It's not impossible to think. Honestly, only somebody with all of the knowledge of the TVA would be able to clock something in the main universe that was off kilter or not supposed to be there. And I think this would be a really fantastic way to finally add in the whole team from Loki, especially considering it doesn't make a lot of sense for Loki to get out of that chair anytime soon. And so if the Doomsday writers are listening, and I delusionally think that they are, if you make Steve Rogers going back to Peggy Carter the reason that all of this goes to shit, that is lazy writing, and I will stand by that. Further, if you kill Loki off for the 17 millionth time, I'm walking out. Again, lazy ass writing if you're just gonna have Doom walk in, choke him out, take the chair, everybody in the TVA go, no, and then move on. But yeah, that's how I think Steve Rogers and the Loki team could get added into Doomsday in a really fun and interesting way. But again, this is just my opinion. I don't even give a fuck if I'm right. This is all about having fun and enjoying it. You can watch a movie for the first time once, but a fandom is every day. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Follow me for more Marvel shit and share with your Marvel friends.